My name is Ann Kuhn. I'm president of Peace Links, which is in the YWCA on Wood Street. We can be reached there at 412-471-0302. Our organization is opposed to an Iraqi war. Our statement is, Peace Links does not believe that a war against Iraq is a just war, and we are totally against any preemptive strike. We've come together here to see an hour-long film called Prelude to Kosovo, War and Peace in Bosnia and Croatia. And the reason we've shown this film now is we want to put a human face on the suffering that people universally experience in a war of any kind. And this film itself shows what happened between husbands and wives, neighbors, friends, whole communities, and the entire country of Yugoslavia. Please get in touch with the Peace Links office if your group would like a showing of this movie. We'd be happy to come out to do a program for your group. Our phone number is 412-471-0302. I hope to see you at the Convergence. Thanks. Peace Links is joining the Women's Vigil for Peace, which is being held across the street from the White House. As their slogan, you can see from my button, Code Pink, Women for Peace. The code pink was chosen because pink is associated with women. It was also chosen in contrast to the code red alerts against terrorists. And the third reason it was chosen is because code pink is used in hospitals if a child has been snatched. And we consider it a universal alert that war will injure our children. I hope you join the Code Pink movement. Thanks.
It's working. Okay, it's on now. Set the stage for us here. What's your name?
My name is Edith Bell. I'm working with the Thomas Merton Center and the Women's International League for Peace and Freedom. And I'm a longtime activist, peace activist. And I feel this current war.
Good. Up close to your mouth. I can't because all everything in the back.
Yeah.
Good
Okay.
Stuff.
Okay. I feel that our current regime does not tell us why we have to go to war against Iraq. And that's why I'm here protesting the direction our government is going. And I find there are a lot of people who agree with me, and I hope our government will listen to the people and reconsider all the resources, the people that will be sacrificed for a war, any kind of war almost.
Hey, how are you doing, Rich?
I'm fine. I'm not really happy to be out here today. I haven't been doing this in a long time.
I'm kind of happy to be here myself, actually. It feels good to be here. It feels good that there's people coming out to stand up to oppose this war, which better not happen, or we're going to be very pissed. I'm already getting pissed. Aren't you pissed?
I'm always pissed. I've been pissed since Vietnam, I guess. You know, I've been pissed on. So I realized
I came out of the birth canal.
Tell me about your flag here. You know, it's one country under
corporate domination. One country under corporate domination. That's what this symbolizes. And all of these people standing on this corner is an attempt to take the country back from the corporations and to let the government know that we're not going to Iraq and we're not going to die for oil, and we don't want anyone else to die for oil. We don't want Iraqis to die for oil. We don't want Americans to die for oil.
So we have Shell, and I guess one of my favorite is Warner Brothers. Actually, you have ABC, CBS. I think you left out PBS.
Well, Warner Brothers, as you know, also controls CNN, and CNN is very much with Wolf Blitzer and all the rest of them very much supporting the corporate line, the government line, and we'd like to see more dissent on CNN. We'd like to see more dissent in the entire corporate media. So how about it, CNN? How about Noam Chomsky? How about Howard Zinn? They're not likely to listen.
Thank you.
Thank you.
How are you?
I'm in a great mood. I just wish the
No, you're supposed to say freezing but ready to raise hell.
freezing but ready to raise hell. I'm just proved that the emperor has no brains. We're persistent. We know how evil the president is doing this whole diabolical thing. And if he thinks that the majority is against him, he should look in the streets, he should look in the world, and all around to figure out that people don't want this war. It's crazy. We need a real war against poverty, exploitation, sexism, homophobia.
I'd say we need a real war against corruption in the United States Congress.
Absolutely. The Democrats have to start acting like Democrats, and the Republicans have to act like Robert La Follette.
I'd say that the Democrats have to start acting like Greens.
That's probably the case. They better.
If they want my vote.
They better.
Because I just changed my vote.
But we will not be moved.
That's right.
Period.
Thank you. Bush, I like your sign. I like your sign. It speaks to me. It speaks to me. It says Bush is a weapon of mass destruction. For you 23% of the American population that are completely functionally illiterate, I know you can't read this, but it says Bush is a weapon of mass destruction. Okay? Did you realize that 23% of the American people are functionally illiterate?
I did not realize that. It seems like a pretty high number. I didn't know.
I think that's probably a weapon of mass destruction right there, that statistic.
Sounds like it.
Let's see, dear Mr. Bush, you know, sincerely the rest of the world. Yeah. What? Can you translate your sign?
It says, "Dear Mr. Bush, yoo-hoo, sincerely the rest of the world."
That reminds me of a map. There's a little map, and the United States is us, and the rest of the world is them.
Well, I think that attitude has been going on for too long. I feel like a citizen of the world, and I feel like what the world is telling us inside the U.S. and outside the U.S. is that this war is not just.
And the poor people are not the enemy. They're the victims. Somebody's got it backwards. Child care, not bombs. Would you like to talk about your sign?
I actually just borrowed it from someone, but I've dedicated my professional career to helping children in child care so that they get quality care. That's my life's profession right now, is working to improve the quality of child care. Unfortunately, child care in America is mediocre. Where other countries dedicate thousands and millions of dollars for their youngest citizens, America would really rather spend its money on weapons of destruction, despite Bush's claim to leave no child behind. We are leaving millions of children behind. They don't have access to child care, their parents can't afford it, and millions of children who are even in child care do not have high quality child care. This is our next generation. We have to support it.
Do you think that this is the real weapon of mass destruction?
Absolutely. We have so many resources in this country. We are using them inappropriately and using them against people who are less fortunate than us. We are the mass destroyers. It's hard for us to say, let us see your weapons when we won't show anyone ours, and when we continue to build them at the rate we do at the sacrifice of millions of others.
Thank you. Somebody's beeping. Somebody's beeping me. Wow. Police are pretty friendly out here today. They don't look like pigs. They don't look like they do on The Simpsons. I don't know. Would you like to speak to your sign? My name is...
Self-explanatory.
Okay. Anybody want to speak? What's your sign speak? Anybody want to speak? Would you like to speak? Would you like to say anything to the world? Would you like to say anything to anybody? What about Mommy? Could you take the microphone? Could you hold the microphone for her? Could you do that? Just hold it right up there. Go ahead.
We're just here to let everybody in Pittsburgh know that we really don't support Bush's aggression policies in the Middle East. And we really hope that people know that there's lots of people out there who would like to see a more peaceful world.
And did you have anything to do with that sign? Did you make the sign?
I made the sign.
Can you talk about it?
Yeah, you can.
No.
Well, just tell me what that word says up there.
Peace.
You gotta hold that microphone up and...
All right.
All right, pass the microphone on.
Self-conscious.
Next person. That guy over there.
Hello, how are you?
Help him hold his sign.
Oh, hi.
There you go.
Hello, how are you? How you feeling today?
I need that microphone right
Oh,
up to
I'm
your
sorry.
mouth because of the
Hello?
traffic.
Hello, how are you? How you feeling today?
I'm just having to move around because of,
Make yourself at home.
yeah, because of the
All the people honking.
how are you feeling today?
Yeah.
Feeling a little chilly, but it's worth it, every minute of it. The sacrifice, this little bit of time.
Makes you feel better coming out here and
I would say so.
exercising some of your democratic rights?
I would say so, yes, sir. I think we have to stop sitting back and being apathetic and get out there and do something, or we'll be pretty sad.
I think we're a nation of couch potatoes that have been kind of brainwashed into passivity.
Well, you said a mouthful there, brother. I agree with you 100%.
I said, do you think we're a nation
Oh,
of...
I thought you said we are. Oh, no. I don't think we are. But there are people around like that to do that, yes. I don't like to be too self-righteous and go picking on other people too much. I want to try to do something that feels right to me.
I know.
Anything else you want to say?
No, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, I know what it is.
Public access. Public access in the city of Pittsburgh. Who's this? Would you like to say anything? Oh, let's say don't attack Iraq. And then you have an AIDS. So you're saying that AIDS treatment, Koch's neglect equals death for workers in Africa?
That's from D.C. when we were there in October.
Yeah, we got that in October when we were in the march in D.C. I just like to say that I hope we can stop the war, but if we can't, I just think it's important for everybody to speak out in their opposition and not go along with this quietly. But if it really is a democracy, I think the people could stop it because it's not in the interest of most people. I don't know who the war's going to help, but it's really very few. It's certainly not the people of Iraq or the people of the United States.
It may help Dick Cheney and Halliburton's stock prices.
Right, but there's a lot more of us than there are of them. And if this is a democracy, we should be able to stop this. I mean, it's really a terrible thing when a war is being waged without the support of the people.
I think the upshot of that is that there is no democracy in this country, and it's a Halliburton oligarchy with the oil men and the rich 2% of the population pulling all the strings, and we're, the 98% of us are all puppets and dancing around.
Well, yeah, but it doesn't have to be that way. It shouldn't be that way. I think if people woke up to that, then maybe we could hopefully stop that.
So we're going to either stop it in the streets or at the ballot box or at the cash register.
Right.
I'd rather stop it at the ballot box and the cash register than blood in the streets.
Oh no, I'm nonviolent. I wouldn't go along with that.
Thank you. Okay, Michael. Can I? Are you guys busy talking? You're busy talking? What are you talking about?
What else would we be talking about? Bush and Cheney and Rumsfeld.
Microphone and hold it right there.
Oh, I got my fingers up in here because it's kind of
That's all
cold.
I need.
Yeah.
Because I need.
We just talking about signs. The sign in Washington that said Bush, Rumsfeld, Cheney, warheads, and eliminate the warheads. Yeah.
I would like to throw in the Jewish warheads, Pearl and Wolfowitz, and what's that other Jewish warmonger?
Well, you could be talking about Krauthammer.
Elliot Abrams, is it?
No, I'm thinking of another one. Anyway, there's too many of them.
Yeah.
So do not attack Iraq. And what's this sign here? Peace is a
possibility.
Peace is a possibility.
Yes.
So anything else you want to say out here in this cold winter day in January?
No, I'm just hoping it'll be a little warmer. I am looking at.
What happened?
Don't know.
You come out here regularly?
Some bit of action. Every Saturday.
Yep.
Are you disappointed that there aren't more people out here?
In this weather, my heavens.
No, you run with what you've got.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, Michael, speak. Give me 1 or 2 minutes. Hold the microphone up for him.
Oh.
I got it.
And the church in the background.
Well, we're here to try and.
You gotta hold the microphone right up there.
Yeah.
So we can eliminate the traffic.
Yeah, we're here to stand for peace and against war. And there's no assurance that we will be able to avoid this war. But we sure as heck will do all we can to stop it and to stop the human casualties on all sides that possible war with Iraq would inevitably cost, and the destabilization of the world that it can cause, and even there are unthinkables attached to this in terms of flagration of world problems and world upheaval and a world war. I don't think we can discountenance that possibility. So it's an extremely dangerous moment, not just for us, but for all humanity, for the world. So that's why I'm here.
Thank you.
Okay, Rich.
Oh, no zooming today. Too cold to zoom. All right, so no war, and there's no sign that says even no honking. Would you like to say anything? Can you take the mic and just hold it right up to your mouth?
What kind of thing are you looking for?
Huh?
What kind of thing are you looking for? Who are you?
Oh, public access cable.
Oh, okay.
Peace TV, public access cable.
Peace TV, well, lovely. Hi, I'm Shannon Williams, and we're out here every Saturday protesting Bush and his war for oil, the war that will cost this nation many of its sons and people over the ocean, many of their women and children. We think it's about power and money, and that it will benefit a bunch of rich people that won't let it help any of the poor people. We think that $100 million that could be used to kill people could better be used for healthcare, jobs, to help poverty, childcare, education, any number of things that are wrong right here at home. Peace.
Besides people coming out to events like this, what do you think it's really going to take to turn this country around and disarm the war machine?
I think it's going to take people talking about this at home, getting past the discomfort of having an unpopular opinion, getting past this idea that being a good American is being pro-war. Being a good American is being able to talk about what this country is about and being able to not agree with your government but really stand up for the people that constitute the country. And that is the citizens that will not benefit from this war.
Hey, George, we've got a message for you. You want war? Then you go. Because I don't want to go. I don't want to be cannon fodder today.
Marto, imagine the tables being turned and somebody coming over here and bombing the hell out of our capital to get one man. It doesn't make sense. Just does not make sense. War is wrong. Killing is wrong. And we are here to oppose it.
Are you a mother?
Of course I'm a mother. We're all mothers. We're all sisters. You're all brothers. You're all fathers.
How do you feel about the fact that 50% of your income tax, discretionary income tax, goes to past, present, and future wars?
Well, it's disgusting when we have economic problems at home, when we can't take care of our own. What's the sense in going and bombing the hell out of somebody else just to provide them with aid after? I mean, we all know how this game works, and I don't want it to happen, and none of us want this to happen.
This is a country out of control.
It's a government out of control is what it is.
Thank you for clarifying that. I was wrong, yes. The government does not represent the people.
This is not my government. I'm an American. This is not my government. My government wouldn't do this. My government would hear the people. My government wouldn't be this maverick out on their own, doing what they feel is right.
Do you think that the Democrat-Republican Party is a renegade party that's somehow hijacked the the democracy?
Well, I think it's time to release this two-party system. This two-party is really blended into one. There's no difference between the Democrats and the Republicans anymore. I think we need to open the doors to let some new blood in there. You know, they're party machines. That's all they are. Whoever has the most money has the most power, and they win the game. We all saw that in the last election.
Cool. Thank you. Would you like to say anything, sir?
No comments.
Hi, would you like to say anything on camera here?
Yes.
You take the. Let's see. I just need to turn you. Okay, we're on. Stop before we kill more. And there's bombs falling on a child. The child is like screaming, "Oh no, don't bomb me." It's trying to put its hand up to protect itself, but that doesn't really work. So peace is the answer. That's a cool sign. I guess you made that yourself?
Yes. Do you know about the poetry reading at 1 o'clock?
No, I don't.
The best poets in Pittsburgh, there's about 7 of them.
I got clumsy gloves today, I can't zoom. But just look at this neighborhood here. This is a black neighborhood. And if you just go up and down the street here, you can get an idea of the economic conditions in this neighborhood. This is what they call economic revitalization zone here. And is that my buddy up there? Is that guy? Do I know that guy? I don't think so. Let's see. This is Bush's war. And this is Jesus, he helped me. This is Jesus help me. Let's see. Would you like to say anything? Would you like to say anything?
Well, I think that Bush is taking this on as a personal thing, and I don't think he has a right to drag us all along with him.
I agree with you. Is this revenge for Saddam Hussein trying to assassinate his daddy?
I think that's part of it.
Do you think that the fact that he's involved with that Carlyle group have anything to do with it? You know about the Carlyle group?
No.
Carlyle group is Saudi money.
Uh-huh.
And Bush is invested in that whole oil deal over there. Let's see, terrorism, cycle of evil, preemptive strike. It takes courage to wage peace. I think it. Would you like to say anything, ma'am? Your signs do speak for you, and you're very colorful. Thank you. Thank you. Dissent protects democracy. Do you think that we still have any kind of vestiges of democracy? I mean, we're out here saying something, protesting, but do we really have do you think that enough? What do you think? I don't think that. I think we have to kind of understand that there is no democracy in this country anymore, and I think that that's a prerequisite for social change to understand that. If we don't understand that, then we're not going to take the right steps.
I think that we still do have some vestiges of democracy, but they're eroding, and I think we need to make sure that the erosion stops and that we go back to fuller democracy. There are many countries in the world where you can't demonstrate at all. So at least we're able to do this, and I think it's important that people that support the war effort also realize that these protests are important for all of us to protect our democracy.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Gotta keep my all right, I wanted to ask you a question now.
Yes, you.
Now,
Just got here.
Oh, okay. Okay, put that microphone up right there. Okay.
Hey, Bush, why don't you listen to the people? That's all I wanted to say.
That's a good one. Hey, George, go fuck yourself. That's what I'd like to say. Let's see. Access to evil. I just kind of slip into that Bush accent. It's good. Evil's good. I'm Dr. Evil. I'm George Dr. Evil Bush. I love that accent. It's kind of that cross between Ross and George. Kind of that Millionaires Club kind of arrogance. Love that arrogance. That arrogance pulls the axis of evil together, keeps us together. Arrogance. I love arrogance.
Autism to him, I think. A little bit of autism in there.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, you know, he's a little punchy. You know, he's kind of he took one too many punch. You know, he's a little punchy, goofy.
All right. Would you like to say anything?